What's up, everybody? Alex from TwinGamingTV back with another MLB The Show 17 video, and today we have our roster update predictions for Friday, June 30th here in MLB The Show 17. Last week's video is sitting at 374 likes and I believe like 406 comments, so before we get into anything, go ahead and drop a like on this video. Let's see if we can get to 400 likes on this video, and then drop a comment down below. Let me know a player you think deserves being upgraded, and if you want, feel free to include their current overall, what you think their new overall should be, their position, and maybe even the team that they are on. Also, feel free to include why you think they do deserve that upgrade. You guys absolutely killed it with those comments last week. A lot of the predictions I saw in the comments helped me make my predictions for this video. So this week I have 38 players that I think are going to be upgraded, and then, well, actually I guess one of them is a player that I think is going to be downgraded. Again, I went this week with pretty much only upgrade predictions. I think I have one downgrade prediction in there, and as you can probably tell by the thumbnail of the video, I have a lot of high tier predictions. I have a lot of people I think could go diamond. I have a lot of people I think could go gold. And I'll kind of go over my thoughts for each player. And if previous roster updates tell us anything, the chances of all my predictions coming true is highly unlikely. They don't seem to really upgrade a lot of players every single week. They seem to kind of keep it small. But I think the chances of the players that I'm going to talk about in this video, all of them do have a very good chance of getting upgraded. It's just a matter of whether it's this week, next week, and if they continue playing how they're playing. Just like last week, we're going to start with the starting pitchers and go relief pitchers, closing pitchers, catchers, and end with the outfielders, specifically right fielders. Like I said, we're going to be starting with starting pitchers, and first on our list is Max Scherzer. He's currently a 93 overall, and this week I'm giving him a +2 up to 95 overall. He's been pitching phenomenally this season, and I definitely think he does deserve an upgrade and should be getting that pretty soon. Next on the list is Chase Anderson, a starting pitcher for the Milwaukee Brewers. He's currently an 80 overall, and he's been pitching pretty great this season. I have him getting a +3 going up to 83 overall. Next on the list is another Milwaukee Brewers starting pitcher, this one being Jimmy Nelson. He's currently a 77 overall, and I have him getting a +2 this week going to 79. Not quite silver, but right on the edge. Next on the list is actually another Nationals pitcher, and that's Gio Gonzalez, an 81 overall starting pitcher, and I have him getting a +2 this week, going up to 83. He's been killing it this season, and especially as of late, and I definitely think he deserves at least a little upgrade, and I have him going to 83 overall. Next on the list is our first level changer of the week, and that's going to Robbie Ray of the Arizona Diamondbacks, currently an 82 overall, and this week I'm giving him a +3 up to an 85 overall, which makes him a gold. And the last starting pitcher on our roster predictions for this week is Mike Fierce. He's also our second level changer of the week. He's currently a 78 overall starting pitcher for the Houston Astros, and I have him getting a +2 this week up to silver, 80 overall. And before I get into my next set of predictions, I just wanted to mention that this week I don't really have stats of players. Last week I included like, oh, this player I think is going to get a +2 because he's been batting .330 versus righties. I don't have anything like that this week, but let me know down in the comments if that's something you liked, and I can definitely include that into the future updates as well, and I probably will do it anyways, but just let me know your thoughts on it if you think it's necessary. It's just a little bit of extra work, and with 38 players being on this roster update, I didn't exactly have the time I wanted to be able to put that in for every single player, but just let me know your thoughts about it in the comments below. So next up, we have the relief pitchers, and the only relief pitcher on our list this week is going to be Pat Neshek of the Phillies. He's currently an 82 overall, and this week I have him getting a +2 up to an 84 overall. Not quite a gold, but he's been absolutely killing it recently, and I definitely think he deserves that upgrade up to an 84. Next on our list is the closing pitchers, and first up we have Roberto Osuna, currently an 88 overall. He's been pitching phenomenal this season. I have him getting a +1 up to an 89. Not quite a diamond, but still getting that +1 upgrade. He's been absolutely killing it this season. Next on our list is a closing pitcher for the Milwaukee Brewers, Corey Knebel, and he's currently an 82 overall, and I have him getting a +2 this week up to an 84 overall. Not quite a gold, but still getting an upgrade up to that 84. Next on our list is actually our last closing pitcher on our list, but our first relief pitcher and closing pitcher getting a level change this week, and that's AJ Ramos, the closing pitcher for the Miami Marlins, and he's currently a 79 overall. I have him getting a +2 up to an 81 overall, breaking into that silver tier. Next on our list, we have the first batch of position players, and we're going to be starting out with the catchers. And the first one on my list is Buster Posey, catcher for the San Francisco Giants. He's currently a 92 overall. He's been seeing the ball pretty well this season. I'm expecting him to get a +1 this week, up to a 93 overall. Next up on our list is Mike Zunino of the Seattle Mariners, catcher for them, and he's going to be our first level changer for position players this week, and I have him getting a +2, going from 79 to 81. He's been killing it recently, and I definitely think he deserves getting an upgrade of +2 to that silver tier. Next up on our list is also another level changer. We have Yadier Molina, the catcher for the St. Louis Cardinals, and he's currently an 84 overall, and I've been getting a +1 this week, up to an 85 overall gold. He's already at 9 home runs this season, and last year he only had 8 total, so I have him getting a little bit of a boost to his power. I think everything else is probably pretty solid where it is, but I do think he needs a boost to his power, which will push him into that gold tier. Next on our list is Alex Avila. He's also our last catcher on the list. He's currently an 80 overall, catcher for the Detroit Tigers. I have him getting a +2 this week, up to an 82 overall. This is another guy that you guys let me know in the comments of the last video, so I decided to add him to the list this week. I haven't really talked about any of the other guys, but in case you were curious, Mike Zunino was one, AJ Ramos was one, Roberto Osuna, Pat Neshek, Robbie Ray, Max Scherzer was one as well. And just because I didn't mention any of the other guys doesn't mean they weren't comments. I was just letting you know some of the ones that really stuck out to me on this list that I remembered you guys letting me know about. Next up on our list, we have the first baseman, and starting us off is 93 overall first baseman Paul Goldschmidt for the Arizona Diamondbacks. This week I have him getting a +2, up to a 95 overall. He's been absolutely killing it this season, and I think a lot of you guys will agree with me that he deserves an upgrade, and this week I'm giving him again a +2, up to 95 overall. Next on our list, we have Cody Bellinger, and this is kind of where I'm going to start letting you guys know about some picks that I kind of talked about at the beginning, where I think it's possible, but it's not highly likely this week. However, I do think it's likely in the coming weeks if they continue to play how they are playing. And we're going to be starting that off with Cody Bellinger. He's currently an 82 overall first baseman for the Los Angeles Dodgers. I've been getting a +2, up to an 84 overall. And if it happens this week, it happens. I don't necessarily think it will, but I definitely think it's a good possibility to happen in the next few weeks, even maybe this week if he continues to play how he's playing. Next up on our list is 83 overall first baseman for the Cleveland Indians, Edwin Encarnacion, and this week I'm giving him a +3, up to an 86 overall, getting back his gold that he started the year on as. He's been killing it recently, and I definitely think he deserves an upgrade, whether it's +2 or +3. I think he's deserving of both. I really do think he deserves to be back at gold. Next up is first baseman for the Chicago Cubs, 89 overall, Anthony Rizzo. This week I'm giving him a +1, breaking into the diamond tier, getting up to 90 overall. This is another one that I saw in the comments, and I've seen a lot of mixed opinions on this, whether people think he deserves it or does not. And I kind of think he does, but I don't necessarily think he'll get it this week. He's actually been hitting lefties better than he has righties this season, so I think he does need a boost to those lefty hitting stats. However, there could be a downgrade to those righty stats with that. So I think he can get to diamond this season. I don't necessarily think he'll get it this week, but if he continues to play well, he's been picking it up the past month or so, and if he continues to play well and keeps up those high numbers, then I think he can break into diamond this season, but I don't know if he will get that +1 like I'm predicting this week. Next up, we have our third level changer within the first baseman, and we still have one more after this, and that's going to be Justin Smoak, 77 overall of the Toronto Blue Jays. He's been playing really well recently, and I've been getting a +3 this week, up to an 80 overall, breaking into the silver tier. And last up on our first baseman is Eric Hosmer, 83 overall for the Kansas City Royals, and I have him getting a +2 this week, our last level changer for the first baseman and our last prediction for the first baseman, getting that +2 up to an 85 overall gold, breaking into the gold tier. This is one that a lot of you guys let me know and thought should be getting upgraded, and I agree with you. After looking at his stats, I definitely think he's been playing well this season, and I do think he deserves the gold. Next up, we have the second baseman, and we only have 2 second basemen for you guys this week, but both of them are people that you guys suggested. The first one being Scooter Gennett, 80 overall for the Cincinnati Reds second baseman. I have him him getting a +2 this week up to an 82. It's not a huge upgrade, but he's been playing well recently, and I think he definitely deserves a little bit higher of an overall. The second and also last second baseman we have is Starlin Castro, 83 overall. Second baseman for the Yankees, and this week I'm giving him only a +1, not quite getting that +2 to gold, but a +1 up to an 84 overall. And I think his hitting stats are fairly accurate, but do need a little bit of a boost getting him to that 84. And I think he could definitely go gold if what you guys were telling me was true about his fielding. His fielding is currently a 77, but I saw a few of you guys saying that he's been fielding the ball really well this season, and maybe they could boost his hitting stats enough to get him that +2. But this week, personally, I'm giving him a +1, but look for him to possibly go gold here in the next few weeks if he continues to play well. Next up, we have our third baseman, and first on the list is 86 overall Jose Ramirez for the Cleveland Indians, the third baseman, and I have him on Diamond Watch here in the next few weeks, which means I think he has a good chance to get Diamond this season. However, this week I'm giving him a +3 up to an 89 overall. I don't think SDS would boost him +4, 86 all the way to Diamond, but with the way he's been playing, I think he definitely can get to Diamond here in the next few weeks, next month or two, if he continues to play how he's been playing. He currently this season, I believe, has 12 homers. Last year, he only had 11, so I'm looking for a boost in his power. And he's also hit lefties consistently well since last season, so I'm looking for a little bit of a boost to that contact versus left-handed pitchers. And he doesn't mash lefties in terms of home runs, like majority of his home runs are against right-handed pitchers, but he does have a few homers against lefties, so I think you could see a boost to that power versus lefties as well. And I think he could pretty easily go Diamond this year just if he continues to play how he's been playing. But this week, again, I have him getting that +3 up to an 89 overall. Next on our list is someone that a lot of you guys suggested, and then a guy that I definitely agree with, and that's a third baseman for the Oakland Athletics, Ryan Healy. He's currently a 78 overall. I have him being a level changer this week, getting a +2 up to an 80 overall silver. I think he's been killing it this season and definitely deserves that upgrade, and maybe even more upgrades in the future if he continues to play how he's been playing. And the last third baseman on our list for the week is Travis Shaw, third baseman for the Milwaukee Brewers. This week I have him getting a +2 up to a 79 overall. Not quite a silver, but getting really close, getting that +2 this week up to a 79. Next up, we're going to have the shortstops, and we have the second of our 5 diamond predictions for the week, and this one's going to be shortstop for the Houston Astros, Carlos Correa. Currently 89 overall. I have him getting a +1 up to 90 overall, getting into that diamond category. Like I said earlier in the video, I don't think all 5 of these guys will probably go diamond this week. There's just the chances of that happening are not super likely, but you can expect Carlos Correa to go diamond if he keeps killing it this season, and I think he is worthy of a +1 upgrade if he continues to play how he's playing. Next up on our list, we actually have our only downgrade candidate for the week. Obviously, there's more than that, but the only one that I paid attention to, and that's the shortstop for the San Francisco Giants, Brandon Crawford. I have him getting a -2 this week, going from 88 overall down to an 86 overall. He's really been struggling this season. It sucks to see, but I don't think he's worthy of that 88 rating. Next up on the list, we have a 90 overall shortstop for the Los Angeles Dodgers, and that's Corey Seager. Currently 90 overall. I have him getting a +1 this week up to 91 overall. This is one that a few of you guys pointed out to me, and after looking at his stats, I think he can get a little bit of an upgrade up to that 91 overall. And last but not least is another guy that you guys told me all about, and that's going to be Didi Gregorius, the shortstop for the New York Yankees. Currently an 81 overall. This week I have him getting a +2 up to an 83 overall. Now we're on to the last batch of players, the outfielders, and we're going to be starting with the left fielders in our third diamond prediction for the week, and that's going to be 89 overall left fielder for the Miami Marlins, Marcell Ozuna. This week I have him getting a +1 as well, up to a 90 overall, breaking into the diamond category. He's been killing it this season. I think he can definitely go diamond as the season progresses. Not 100% if it will be this week, next week, or in the next few weeks, but I think he can definitely break into the diamonds if he continues to play how he's been playing. Next up, we have the left fielder for the Tampa Bay Rays, 83 overall, Corey Dickerson, and this is a guy a lot of you guys told me about, and somehow I missed him last week. I have no idea how, after how he's been playing this season. I don't know how I didn't even consider him last week. I just completely missed him. him. And this week I have him getting a level change +2 overall up to an 85 overall gold. Corey Dickerson's been killing it this season, and I think he is definitely gold deserving. Next up on the list, we have 84 overall Matt Kemp, and this week I'm giving him a +1 up to an 85 overall, another level changer, breaking into that gold tier. And Matt Kemp has been killing righties this season but struggling against lefties, so I can see an increase in contact and power versus righties and a decrease in contact and power versus lefties. And I think that increase versus righties and the decrease versus lefties will still leave him getting an upgrade overall up to an 85, but only a +1 this week, but still breaking into that gold category. Next on the list is our only center fielder, but our 4th out of 5 diamond predictions for the week, and that's going to be Charlie Blackmon. He's been killing it this season, center fielder for the Colorado Rockies. He's currently an 88 overall. I have him getting a +2 this week up to a 90 overall. And like I've said with all the other diamond predictions, you guys, and this goes for any prediction, I think these players are deserving of the upgrades that I give them. If they continue to play how they're playing. That doesn't necessarily mean it will happen this week. Obviously, all these predictions will not happen this week or come true this week, but if these players all continue to play how they've been playing, I do definitely think they're deserving of the upgrades that I'm predicting for them. Last but not least, we have the right fielders, and I actually have 5 right fielders. This is the most saturated outfield spot on my list this week. We're going to be starting it off with our 5th and final diamond prediction for the week, and that's going to be 87 overall Aaron Judge, right fielder for the New York Yankees. This week I'm giving him a +3 up to a 90 overall, breaking into the diamond tier. And they just upgraded him last week, so I don't know if he'll be getting upgraded this week, but I personally think this is one of the more deserving diamond players for the season. I think his vision at 37 is way too low. I think you could probably give him at least 50 vision, and then I believe his contact versus righties and lefties is way too low for his batting average that he does have this season. So I think once they decide to upgrade those contact stats and that vision stat, I think he will definitely and pretty easily break into the diamond category. It's kind of just a matter of when they decide to do that and if they want to see him continue to do well for the next few weeks or months to come. Next on our list is right fielder for the New York Mets, 80 overall Curtis Granderson, and I have him getting a +2 this week up to an 82 overall. Next on our list, we have a right fielder for the Arizona Diamondbacks, David Peralta. I have him getting a +2 this week up to an 82 overall as well, and this is a guy that a lot of you guys let me know about. And then Paul Goldschmidt I have getting an upgrade, and David Peralta I have getting an upgrade. The Diamondbacks have been killing it this season as of late. I think they're winners of like 16 of their last 19 or something like that. They've been killing it though this year, and David Peralta is definitely one of those reasons. Next up on our list, we have the right fielder for the Pittsburgh Pirates, and that is 83 overall Andrew McCutchen. This week I'm giving him a +2 level changer up to an 85 overall gold, and this one I'm not super sure about. He's been playing okay this season, but like the last 30 days he's really been killing it, so I do think he could be getting an upgrade up to gold. I know he's been gold either last year or even the year before, or both. I'm not exactly sure, but I think if he continues to play how he's been playing recently, you can definitely look for him to move up to gold. Last but not least on our list of upgrades this week, we have 80 overall Chicago White Sox right fielder Avisail Garcia, and this is a guy that a lot of you guys told me about, and after looking at his stats, I definitely think he's deserving of the upgrade I'm giving him this week, +2 up to an 82 overall, and definitely look for him to get upgraded here in the next few weeks if he continues to play how he's been playing. That is going to be it. That is all 38 of the players we have predicted to get upgraded this week, and again, I just kind of wanted to talk about what I talked about during the predictions and at the beginning. There's no way all these predictions are going to come true. There's no way there's going to be 5 new diamonds and 7 new golds this week, but I do believe that all these players are players to watch out for this week, next week, and just in the coming weeks as possible upgrade candidates. They've all been playing well, and if they all continue to play well, I do think they will be deserving of these upgrades, but there's just no way that they're all going to be getting upgraded in the same week. With all that being said, though, if there is anyone you think that I missed, anyone you think I got wrong, just let me know down in the comments below who I got wrong, who I missed, who needs to be upgraded, and feel free. It really helps me out if you include their position, their team, their overall, what overall you think they should be going to, and why you think they should be getting upgraded. All of that helps me out, but if you want to, just comment the player down below and if you think they deserve to be upgraded or downgraded. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying the roster prediction videos the last last 2 weeks. Last one got a lot of love. I think it's already the 5th most viewed video on our channel, so I'm hoping this one does just as well, and I'm hoping you guys liked it just as much. I'll see you guys in the next video, though. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.